Now that we're ready to hand the sterile loop of tubing up to the surgical field, the operator will press the stop pump button and the pump will stop so we can safely hand the tubing up to the sterile field. The return flow from the patient to the reservoir can be clamped off or occluded, and this will help facilitate the return flow from the table once the tubing's hooked up to the patient. The sterile loop of tubing is wrapped in blue. All the tape and the blue wrapper can be removed from that sterile loop. So the operator will go ahead and remove the tape and the blue wrapper. Sterile technique does not have to be followed for this part because the clamshell pack keeps that sterile tubing in a sterile condition until it's handed up to the field. With all the blue wrapper removed, the tape is removed off the top of the clamshell pack. The lid is removed from the top of the pack. The tubing is handed up to the sterile field. The surgeon will grab the tubing and remove it from the pack. And if they look past the foam, the red tape is the demarcation between sterile and non-sterile. We're now ready to make the connection to the inflow and outflow tubing. The connection to the patient is made by pressing the button on the quick release clamps and then making the connection to the inflow and outflow. They simply press together and you'll see that the blue directional arrows will only fit in the outflow tubing that has the blue directional arrows, and the red will only fit to the inflow tubing and snap together, and it follows the red directional arrows. Now the whole system is hooked up from the device to the patient. The temperature probes are hooked into the blue temperature extension cords. They fit snugly in place. Once the probes are hooked up, the temperatures will be registered on the screen